What's up, all you wonderful cosplayers and prop masters? Skylar with Lucid Vision Cosplay here. I've been working on some swords, and I've been using mostly aluminum flat bar, but I've got one in there that's made of steel. I find that the aluminum is obviously lighter weight and easier to grind on and cut and all that, so I'm kind of preferring the aluminum, especially since these are just prop swords. But anyway, let me just show you the individual pieces that I've been working on. So one of them is, I wouldn't say it's really based on anything specifically, but it's got a nice cow's bone. There was a nice dead cow out in the desert that donated her body to the cause. The tang of the sword goes all the way into the bone. I wrapped some leather and some simulated sinew on there for the handle and just made a big old fancy blade for it. This one I built to help drive a performance for an audition that I recently did. So this one's got a lot of leather work on there, some adornment, some bead work, fairly cool shape of the blade. I did this part in leather here, and the idea being it is a one-handed sword, but perhaps you need to grab on it to pull it out of something, or you just need that extra arm, so you get that safer place to grab. Here's a sword based on Spartacus sword. He actually has two of these, and I need to make another one. This one is based on Gannicus sword. Gannicus apostrophe sword, as well as this one here. It's a shorter sword, and I've made a scabbard, which I will show in a different video, that houses both of these swords. They're fairly simple. You just research what swords you want to do, and then transfer your design onto the metal. Take it to your grinder. Now I started out with a hand grinder. After that, I take it to my belt sander and radial sander, whatever you've got. At that point, you can shape your blade a little bit better, bevel the blade to get your edge on it. After you've got your blade on there, I'll take the wood pieces. I'm just using 1/2-inch poplar for most of these, and then sandwich them together. I've been drilling holes through and using screws to attach them to each other, and then I just grind off the end of the screw. After that, I'll stain, paint, adorn. I'll take some flat black spray paint, dust it in black, and then I'll take some sandpaper to the blade, especially on the edges, just to kind of give it a weathered look. They don't take too long to make. Obviously, these swords would not be good for a convention, so I'm going to make replicas of these in wood, maybe even acrylic, and other appropriate materials for when I take my upcoming cosplays to conventions. But I figure in metal, you can get some really good pictures to share, and also some if you're doing short films or whatever with your cosplays. Now that we've briefly described these swords and how to build them, I think it's only appropriate that I show them in action. Sit tight. I am bad guy with big sword, and I will destroy you. Behold, Sarahemna, that we do not desire to be men of blood. You see that you're in our hands, yet we do not desire to slay you. For Crixus, for Sura, for Varro, for Mira. There's only one way to become a champion. Never freaking lose. If I am to die, at least I will die among brothers. There you have it. All these swords in their natural habitat. Stay tuned, I am working on 3 Spartacus cosplay builds. One for the character Spartacus, the character Crixus, and the character Gannicus, in addition to other cosplays that I have before mentioned. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share, because there is more to come.